Hey guys, welcome back to our channel eMind, and in this video I am going to explain the basics and the entire knowledge of IELTS preparation. The person who are preparing for IELTS exams, this video is going to be very important for them, because in this video I will explain entirely about IELTS preparation. So first of all, I would like to tell you about IELTS. This is what that I am going to tell about. I am going to explain about IELTS. First of all, pronounce it correctly. IELTS, I-E-L-T-S, IELTS, right? It's IELTS, not IELTS or something else. Because T, you have to keep it silent. And protect tests for study, work, and immigration. For example, if you want to go abroad for a study purpose, for studying, if you are moving out of our country, means across the world, if you are moving anywhere like in Australia, Canada, New Zealand, etc., in UK, so you are required of clearing IELTS tests. IELTS is a testing body, International English Language Testing Body, that conducts tests everywhere across the world, and it has number of examination centers where the exams are conducted, and the person who have appeared at the examination, they get the band scores like 6, 6.5 and above. So what's the importance of IELTS exam? If I talk about importance, if I speak about importance of examination, so each educational universities, if I talk about educational university, each educational university sets its own minimum IELTS scores that I already have spoken, means minimum your scores will be 6, 6.5 and above, so that you can get easily admission abroad in any universities. So if you are going moving abroad for a studying purpose, your scores should be minimum 6.5 band, you should have 6.5 band and above, right? And another work, if you are moving abroad for working purpose, for any job purpose, you should clear IELTS test. Similarly, for immigration purpose, like if somebody is immigrating from one place to another place, if I'm an Indian and I'm moving to UK, so for being immigrated from here to there, I would have to clear IELTS test. Then I would be eligible, and then I would get visa for being settled. Testing bodies. If I talk about testing body, IELTS has two testing bodies. The first one is British Council and the second one is IDP. If I talk about the standard and global context about both the testing body, they have the similar context. Means if these testing bodies are conducting examination simultaneously at two different places, their context, their data will be partially similar. Means they would have a similar context, right? So there is no much more difference between both the testing bodies. Understand? Now move on to the IELTS test. So now I am going to move on the types of IELTS tests. How many types of IELTS tests? So there it has basically two tests. The first one is academic and the second one is general training. The first one is academic and the second one is general test, general training. We have the test format, and in this format mainly 4 tests are there. The first one is listening test, the second one is reading test, the third one is writing test, and the fourth one is speaking test. So the first one is listening tests. Listening tests takes around 30 minutes. In this test, candidate has to hear and answer the questions. Means one recording will be there. In that particular recording, the questions will be there and you have to answer the questions correctly. So, candidate has to hear the recordings and answer the questions correctly. So, that is called listening tests. The second one is reading tests. It also takes 60 minutes like writing tests. So here in reading tests there are 40 questions and candidates have to answer the 40 questions from 3 paragraphs, right? From 3 paragraphs, there will be 3 paragraphs like 1, 2 and 3 paragraphs, and out of 3 paragraphs there will be around 40 questions and candidate has to answer all those 40 questions. So that is said to be as reading tests. And the third one that I have for you is writing tests. Writing test also takes 60 minutes. In this test, candidate has to write a report from a diagram or any essay. Means a diagram will be there on the paper or any essay will be there on the paper, and from that particular essay or diagram, the candidate has to write a report. So it takes around 60 minutes. The third test, which is writing test. And the fourth test that I have for you is a speaking test. This test takes 15 minutes. 15 minutes. And in this test, the candidate has to answer the general questions asked by the trainer or examiner. Right? Everywhere in our country or also across the world, the examination center are there. And the examiner will ask first of all general questions and then the questions related to their profession and all. They can ask any questions, but normally they ask general questions. So candidate has to answer them correctly and fluently. Right? So these are the main 4 tests of IELTS test format. So guys, in this video, I have explained about the IELTS exam, the IELTS testing bodies and IELTS test formats. I hope you have learned about IELTS test format. Now, it will be very easy to prepare for IELTS examination. If you want to watch my more video in which I will explain one by one and I will make you prepared for IELTS examination and for better band score, watch my next video. I will again come back with a new video. Till then guys, keep studying and keep preparing. Thank you. Bye bye.